What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I'm back with another video. I'm doing this one raw, straight off the cuff. I'm here with my bro post up with
Yes,
the
sir.
close up. Now,
You already know.
yesterday we had was it yesterday or the day before yesterday we had the hot chips thing, and Microsoft I guess gave a full teardown of their console. That's what happened.
Full tat out, man. It got everybody up, and I've been up in raw in terms of what they showed. But from a lot of the engineers and a lot of developers and stuff I had, they are really excited about it. I think a lot of people are. I've seen some people who said this hot chip is going to convince them to get a Series X. So yeah, the information was great. It was incredible.
All right, I guess one I'm gonna share my window with you guys, so the audience can see it. I know you probably can see it, but I'm not live. But that link here, let me go to my window capture. Right, I guess what I take away from this, or getting it back, uh, I initially said maybe the Xbox Series X would be $500. By looking at what they put in here, and one thing caught me off guard. What is that thing? I'm gonna scroll and I'm gonna go back up top, which is Moore's Law. And at the bottom, let me make this resolution a little clearer, make it a little bigger. So you can see it bigger on my screen. Let me see. Alright. It's not the clearest picture, but we're gonna make do. Um they got 2013, I'm sorry, yeah, Xbox One. And you talk about the transistors and how you went from that to the Xbox One S, the transistors, into the in 2017. It's crazy. I want to say that technology is forever moving forward, but but anyway, the Xbox One X and came out in 2017, and they talk about the cost of the die, and I see right here from the Xbox One S, it was cheaper than the Xbox One. I see the minus. I guess what they're saying. That's what the dollar. I mean the dollar sign, the minus.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess not. I guess I know the Xbox One S. Was cheaper to manufacture than the Xbox One.
They actually made money off. They saved money on it. That's why you see
Yeah,
that minus there.
yeah.
They actually
So
saved money on that dime.
yeah, but Sony then does the same thing when you get the slim. The parts
Yeah.
become cheaper. But wow, that's
Yep.
nothing new.
Exactly.
So then
Yep.
they came with the die cost with the Xbox One X. That was the 6 teraflop console.
Hmm.
And then for the record, what really helped the Xbox One X back and the PS4 Pro were those anemic Jaguar Core CPUs. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And like we never get on both sides got a game developed from the ground up for to take advantage of the Pro or to take advantage of the Xbox One X. But those weren't new generation. Those were just meant to run what you have a little shinier, a little prettier, right? So here we is, like I said, the next generation is here. We're in 2020, man. You went from 2013 to 2020, right? 7 years this fast. We have the Xbox Series X, right?
Hmm.
And the die costs uh, more than the Xbox One X. Is that the whole console in itself? Like,
No, not the
oh,
whole, not
okay.
the whole console. I know people was
Oh,
getting that misconstrued.
okay.
It's just it costs way more than the die from the One X,
Uh huh.
and so it kind of, I don't know if the price doubled or anything, but I did when they say cost more than the Xbox One X. I seen something where they was including the APU, the cooling system, and something else, and they were saying all three of those parts
Uh huh.
kind of. But I don't know because if you look at the price, the BOM for the Series X, they said it was anywhere between um 450, 470 to 520 or 560, somewhere up in there.
I,
But yeah, it's a really super expensive APU.
All right, so to put this in layman terms, we have some people that may not be as tech savvy, right? It says the Xbox Series X morals, laws, and cost issues added with hardware engines, right? But one thing I do see can say the power efficiency is low, like in terms of what's this 360 millimeter, and then compared to the Xbox One, we might use the same damn power, the
They
core.
get
Yeah.
they see, and that's the thing. See, they're getting four. I think they said 4 to 6 times more performance, keeping the same power draw as either the One X or 5700
Yeah.
XT. and that's crazy.
Yes.
That is great. With all the stuff they put on that die and that chip,
Yeah.
and the power draw is equal to the 1X or that's insane, bro.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is insane.
but I guess to say hi. What we talking about now? Pricing. Now we know that we got something. Not something. What's that? The Bloomberg report.
Yeah,
In a very credible source, uh, said that the internal parts for the PlayStation 5 together,
yeah,
with the cooling, that's not including shipping, taxes, and tariffs, is
yeah,
$450 for the parts, right?
yeah.
Um,
Maybe a little bit higher. I did because Sony came out after that. I think information came out after that they were struggling to keep the cost down. So yeah, probably 450 to maybe five
yeah, but that's
or
not in,
somewhere between.
for
Yeah,
those that don't understand what I'm saying. That's what it costs them to buy the parts. Now
parts.
you
Yeah,
yeah, so then you have to add in the cost of making it. You know what I mean? Shipping
yeah,
it,
the
taxes and
shipping,
that's
tariffs,
you know what I mean. Uh,
deals with stores and stuff like that.
there you
Yeah,
go. You know what I mean. But giving with this console, what this dice go, I originally thought maybe the Xbox Series X would be $500 with the series. I'm sorry, with the PlayStation 5.
hmm
I don't think so anymore. Post. We might be looking at those rumors may be true. We might be looking at a $600 console. Like, what are your thoughts about
yeah,
that?
yeah. This APU is very fucking expensive. And it's surprising that a lot of the expense is coming from a lot of the hardware engines and the hardware accelerated things that they put in there. But the audio engine, they got
Yes.
three engines. They have three audio engines that is very expensive.
Uh huh.
And it also helped increase the cost of this APU as well. And this audio engine, from what I'm hearing, might be more powerful than what's in the PS5. We're talking about decoding 300 channels at
Yeah.
one time. You know what I'm saying? It's more powerful than the 8 cores on the Xbox One X. Yeah, this is insane. I'm thinking we might get a $600 machine. I don't know how
Okay.
Microsoft gonna market that, but
Here, no, okay,
I
no,
think it's
okay.
pretty expensive.
All right, no, I know you can't see my screen again, but okay. But I'm just looking. It says Xbox Series X next gen console. The SoC, right? 3 point here, but it's just sample or feedback streaming,
Hmm.
DirectX ray tracing, rate shading, VRS,
Yeah,
machine learning, DD3 mesh shading, GDDR6, 14 gigabytes, 320 bytes per second. I guess 560 gigabytes. I guess that's the
320
20
bit
gigabytes.
bus. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 20
I'm
bit
sorry.
bus.
Yeah, bus. Yeah, and um, pretty fast RAM, pretty fast CPU, right?
Yeah.
Now they have the Xbox Series X, right?
Hmm.
S. I'm sorry, Xbox Series S.
Yeah.
Let me go right. Where is it at? I have that also. If these are to be, nope, that's not it. We're right here. If these rumors are to be believed, because these what's on the left, if I'm not mistaken, you can't see what I'm doing, but that slide I had, I mean, they line up about the same. The Xbox Series X, and I guess Microsoft hasn't officially came out and revealed the Series S, but
Yeah.
same CPU. All right, 3.18 core.
Yeah.
Uh,
Server class base, which is incredible.
yeah, 10 gigabytes to 1440p. But here's the thing, right? If they're gonna, I don't say how they. Well, no, no. At launch, right? Now I know most Sony's number one selling console is going to be the discless drive. There's rumored to be $400, right? I did a video yesterday. Was saying that Target kind of slipped up. What price they say went 300, and I seen some for 400, right? But
Hmm.
the question is going to be how are games going to look on this? Because resolution doesn't give you graphics. That's what I mean. I wonder how games are going to look graphically on this. You know what I mean? 1440p, 60. Because I know I told you before, I can't really tell the difference between a native 4K or upscale 4K. You know what I mean? But again, it's not the resolution that gives you the better graphics, the textures and shaders, stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's just it gives you a sharper picture. Um,
I mean, it's the same architecture in terms of RDNA two. That's going to be in the S. You still getting all that machine learning features and things like that. You still getting variable rate shading. You still getting ray tracing. and sampler feedback and stuff like that. Machine learning, mesh shading allow you to put billions and billions of objects on screen. So I don't think the S is going to slack like people think it is. I
which
think
is
you're
cool.
still
I
going
mean,
to get a beautiful game. I think you're still going to get it. But if you want that premium,
yeah.
like you said, if you want your motherfucking ass milk,
But
you
but this is what I want to just say here, right? Out of the
yeah,
gate, right? Sony's coming out of the gate with Spider-Man. I just seen a little thing using their ray tracing and just yeah. From the first party wise, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. Down later on down the line, games begin to look better. Maybe that's when the Xbox Series X can show us, what it really can do. But at launch, especially being at $600, if that's the case, and Sony's coming at five, and to say if we know that Sony's exclusives are going to look better graphically, they put themselves right back in the hole again. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I kind of bet it. I took a $20 bet with King
But what?
that the Series X one gonna be $600. I might be taking the
Yeah.
after this hot chip. I think I might be taking the L on that. It's cool though. I give up about the $20, but you know what? That's a good question.
But what I was saying
We
about
don't know. We don't know what we don't know what's gonna be that defining title at launch.
yeah, but
That's
it's
gonna
we
say,
know
hey,
it's
this is
not nothing
about
first party. Of course,
yeah.
we've seen the debacle with Halo Infinite and them having a, I mean, which is a good thing. And I'm predicting, well, per a few things that they're going to show it again next year, and they're going to say, hey, to really give our true vision of Halo Infinite, we had to leap older hardware, and if
Go
it
harder
show,
behind.
yeah, and if when they show it and it looks amazing, it looks great, no one's gonna really complain. You know what I mean? If you want to play it, you can get the $300 machine. You know what I mean? Even what you see Microsoft scaling it back now. What's that game? Flight Simulator. They originally had that coming to all the consoles also. Now they done cut off the Xbox One. You know what I mean? And it'd be, I guess, Series X. But what I'm saying is at the launch, if you're $100 more than your competitor, I understand you have the cheaper console, right? And the S, but you don't have anything from first party, right? Right, to show off what this console could do. This is one of the issues or questions that I have. That how do they keep putting themselves in this predicament? They did the same thing with the X. They came up with the Xbox One X, very powerful console, right? But they didn't have anything to showcase the power. It wasn't until we got Gears of War 5 that came out a year later. Or when did the X come out? I'm sorry, 2017.
Yeah,
When did Gears
yeah.
come out?
2017.
2019 or 20? When did Gears come out? 2019.
Years came out either 2018 or 2019, I think.
Well, then 2 years later, like I don't. Again, like I said, how they are so in depth. In that, I'm sorry, you know what I mean, that they keep putting themselves in that position. Like how you say, you're a $1 trillion company, right? You're launching a premium power. You have the power advantage, right? You want to stop all the memes. You want to stop all the laughing because again, they laughing. They want to make fun of them. I'm what it is, right? You have to go out there and flex your muscle, right? And first party wise, right? I know, hey, it was Hellblade's coming, right? I know that's gonna look amazing. What do you call it? Fable. All right. Well, whenever I'm not into Forza, the next scares. But we talking about at launch. You don't like even with Rise. People say what they want about Rise, but like it was something to showcase to show what the console can do. And they launching again. Launching with nothing from them that can showcase what this console can do. That's what they're going to run into the issue with. Are the GRG posses going to get it? Absolutely. Members of the RDX is going to get it? Absolutely. You know what I mean? But again, like the number ones, like I said, both from both companies. Sony's number one selling console is going to be the diskless one. I'm hearing at 400, and Microsoft's version is going to be the Xbox Series S.
But that's the consensus of Z right now is after this hot chip, people is wild and like, damn, this is a beast of a system. If it comes out at 600, it'll still be you're still.
I
Um,
understand that. I understand what you're saying,
but
both.
on the other side of that is that I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep looking at specs on the paper. Don't keep telling me what it's capable of doing. You're showing me all of this shit, but we want to see it. And that's what's hurting Microsoft right now versus what Sony is doing. Putting the
Abs-
hardware out there and showing it versus Microsoft saying
Talking
spec,
about it.
spec, spec.
Yeah.
and it's nothing to back it up content wise.
And also too, right, like, and I've always, I've been to, I was there, so feel talking about no gamer left behind, like, bro, something weird. That's a no, right? You got all these studios, right? And whenever you bought, I'm not gonna get into that. But what you have to do, or what they used to do, and I keep saying is, until your studios get their stuff and and lined up, you got to go back out there and do the great second and third party deals like you used to. Not with the double A games like the mediums or the scorns. You got to go out there and like my man Donnie D was there. Titanfall, hold on, give us that. You know what I mean? You got to, what I mean? And so, like I said again, showcase what this console can do. You know what I mean? If game like again, we have to wait 2 years down the line, like it's over all over again. You know what I mean? It's over before it started, all over again. You know what I mean? So, why they keep doing this, I don't know. Like, to me, it's a no brainer. You know what I mean? Like, you have way too much. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that the Xbox is not. Doesn't have Microsoft money, but this is, they are so invested in gaming. What I mean by that, own so much around gaming, right? Everything. Microsoft buys up all types of stuff that we don't even hear about to do, with gaming. And when it comes to, like you say, entertainment media, gaming has surpassed movies, it has surpassed music. Whoever thought that, right? It's bigger than movies. Gaming is actually bigger than Star Wars or whatever big Transformers. Gaming has so far surpassed that in terms of revenue, right? And again, like I said, I understand they make their money on the software and services outside of the box, but to get them into your ecosystem and get them buying, you have to, like this. They're not making these consoles just to make them with the mighty bomb. I don't care what Phil says or whoever says, right? You know what I mean? You want them to be in the homes, but Sony's coming out with Spider-Man. I understand it's not a true sequel to Spider-Man. It's something like the Uncharted thing, which is cool. But it's showing what the consoles can do. How are you going to launch, Halo, what you call the game, Infinite, with no ray tracing? It's coming later on in the patch. Things like that, and I don't understand. Well, shout out to David Jaffe, bad management, right? They're horrible management, but I don't know. But so before you get about it, the Xbox Series X's, I think when it terms in terms of sheer power, I think it exceeded, what we are going by this, how you say this hot chip thing. What we thought.
It was powerful, but it's powerful.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
And that's the consensus among everybody. But to go back to what you said, Z, that's the consensus. Hey, this thing is powerful. But why haven't we seen it yet?
Yeah.
Seen this power on display. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's hurting them right now, Z. So I agree with you. Right? That's
unless, like as far as that, but I don't think at first, because you got COVID going on and stuff, and of course, like I said, you're gonna have the multi-plats until then, but. We talked, the multi-plats tend to, they do look better towards the tail end of the generation, right? Will it be a night and day difference? I don't know. Like I said before, when it comes to that, third party's going to do what's cheapest for them, and they're going to take the medium across. We all know this by now, right? You know what I mean? But it's your own first party, on Sony and too, that can really showcase what these consoles could do. Like, we like this before we get the hell up out of here. Going back and forth with people in the chat. We're going to do another show tomorrow. We're going to cut up tomorrow, right? The multiplayer, you know what I mean? And, saying that the PS5 and the SSD, like, we talking about the storage device. Like, we got to stop. Especially, we got to get the biggest knife in the drawer and cut the bullshit out, you know what I mean? So Microsoft got the power crown, but they ain't got no games right now. Nothing to showcase. Sony, on the other hand, they got the exclusives. They came out right away, so we believe in generations. You know what I mean? We're going to be developing. I've said this numerous times, post. If Sony has the weaker console, which I've talked about, us, they said they never, we seen the DM, they never give it the power crown. But if they're making games to be developed for the ground up to take advantage of what's in the PS5, and Microsoft's still thinking about 2013 hardware, right? There's only but so much you can scale, or whatever the case may be. Their games, now what's better, their games are going to look better graphically, and then you're going to put yourself in that whole thing. 4 is greater than 6. You know what goes on in the gaming community, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. So right now, Microsoft is dialing some of that stuff back. But for us, they, even what's that goddamn game? What's that with Flight Sim? Everybody's raving about these graphics. I'm not into Flight. That's not my thing. But it is what it is. But anyway, 600. We say about 600. So Sony might have wanted the price war, you know what I mean? And out of the gate.
If it come out cheaper than that, I'm gonna be flabbergasted.
Yeah, but even if it does though, check it out though. Yo, but even if it does though, real talk, they don't have anything for first party that can show it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. But anyway, this is your boy Next Gen 720. I just did something quick. I know it was late with me and my brother Post. I'm about to go on Twitch, play the Road Company, but I'll be back with a show tomorrow. And my about to.
Man, I'm gonna do a little Battletoads. It's out right now. I'm gonna play it.
Hey man, you ain't downloaded, bro. Like, come on, man, stop.
I got it downloaded. I got that downloaded and the Avengers. I'm gonna try to touch on that.
Man. Yeah, but anyway, I'm about to go live on Twitch. You know, what I mean, I'm gonna drop the link. But let me know what you think. $600, is that an L for you? You know what I mean? I'm buying it. Like, I only got my PS3 next to me. I paid $600 for the PS3. I'm like I said, I'm gonna buy the best or whatever. I want my face and mode, and I'm a console game. I'm gonna own both, but I gotta say, at the start, maybe it's an L for Microsoft, especially if you don't have anything that can showcase it. That's all that I'm saying. This is your boy Next Gen 720. I'm out of here.